EDC, man. You feel me?
Every
What
day.
we do every day. How we live.
Love
How we
that
talk.
song.
These are everyday conversations.
Hey.
Burn one and it's an
I'm ready.
obligation. Yeah. Now we in here debating about real life sports, women, and education. We trying to wake up the nation.
We trying to wake up the nation.
Build our own foundation. Give the kids a real education. Throw us in rotation.
All right.
Sick and tired of being
Hey, everybody. Come on in here. It's your girl, Channy. And I'm holding it down, for a little bit. Thank you for tuning in to Everyday Conversations podcast. We live today from IntellectualRadio.com, the best network ever, Black owned. Shout it out, yay! So we're gonna we continue in our series today. I heard Cicada Palooza is almost over, so I'm just saying, like, I'm tired of walking through swatting and fighting the air. Okay, the cicadas, they really be on some Debo. They gonna get in your car, they gonna get in your hair, they want to be accessories so bad. And I'm like, cicadas, that's not your ministry. So stay in your lane. But they be like, when I was driving on the expressway the other day, and if you know me, you know it don't take much for me to be, oh my God, with in the car. So the cicadas, just like one of them got on my windshield wiper, y'all. Here I am. I'm trying to turn the windshield wipers on. I'm trying to swat it. I done rolled the windows up before it got in. I'm swerving. I'm like, oh, let me not hit this car in front of me trying to fight no cicada. Couldn't do it. So y'all be safe out there with the cicadas. It's a lot we gotta watch out for, but cicada palooza, wrap that up. Okay. Y'all know I think everything is the government. I think the government just planted these cicadas and told them to come on. But anyway, it's almost over. They say we got up to 2 weeks left. Okay. They starting to die off. So when you start hearing less, that mean they gone. So we got a couple of business shout outs. And again, if you tuned in last week, the first week we kicked off our first summer series, and we're dedicating this month to the fellas. Whoop whoop. Because here on this show we support us all because we need each other. But the series is called The Makings of a Real Man. So we're in week 2 of that series. So we got a couple of business shout outs by 2 Black men, own businesses. Again, we want to apply and give credit where credit is due, while they can appreciate it and motivate and keep inspiring other men to do. Because, the world will spit them up and chew them out. Okay. So the first one goes to J Ghost Productions, photography. Julius himself, specializes in boudoir and body positivity photo shoots. So if you want to have some racy pictures taken of yourself, it's not limited to that. He is a great photographer. His work is amazing. You can follow the page on Instagram at JGhost, JGHOST Productions. And reach out to him and support his photography biz. Like I said, great work, outstanding, tasteful photo shoots. I know when you first scroll through and you see naked, oh my God, why we act like that? Why we act like the naked body just means you condemned? Go get a life, grow up, okay? The next one is, I don't know if y'all follow a lot of things, but on social media, my girl Jennifer Hudson, she is one of my favorite celebrities, I'll say. Not necessarily because of her voice, but I just like her story. When her sister and nephew and stuff was killed, when she first came out on the scene, I really did resonate with Jennifer. She was out doing her thing for the big girls, so I just feel like I've always connected with Jennifer Hudson. So I watch her show, and a friend of mine sent a video on TikTok for this guy named John Laster, Jonlaster. He is the creator of an app called BLAP, BLAPP. And what this app is designed to do is, if you are in any area and you have this app, it will bring up a map of nearby Black-owned businesses that are near you. So if you're looking for a restaurant and they are registered with this company, you will see a Black-owned business. If you're looking for a barber, Black barber, a beautician, whatever, tire shop, you can not only find out where they are near you, if you have a business, you can support this business by registering your company on there so that when people are searching for caterers, event planners, whatever, your business will be on there. So, and people can, find out about you. So, we want to send a good shout out to Julius and John Laster for their contribution to positive Black men doing great things in our communities. Also, we forgot to tell y'all last month that June, it got a lot going on in June. Okay. Leave it to the month designated to the men to have a lot going on. But it's also Pride Month. This show is definitely a supporter and ally of the LGBTQ plus A+ community, the alphabet soup. You people used to be scared of the IRS. Now they're scared of LGBTQ ABCDEFG. Okay, because if the LGBTA plus community cancel you, it's a wrap. Ain't no coming back. You might come back from the IRS or the CIA and FBI, but you ain't coming back from the rainbow cloud. So act accordingly. So show the LGBTQ A+ community some love this month. You will not be able to get away from it. It's everywhere. Pride, love. There are more people who are speaking out, becoming allies, who are coming out of the closet. It's safe out there now. So make your world a safe place for someone in your life that wants to come out, that is out. Show them some love. You don't have to. And I found this lesson out last week. It was a reminder, speaking with my sister regarding pride. She's more of a conservative person. And she basically was saying that she doesn't have a lot of exposure to people in her personal life. So, not saying that it's anything like she's like bashing or homophobic or anything like that. Obviously not. But you don't know who people are until you are a safe space for them to, be out in the proud with you. So, but like she said, you don't have to wear a t-shirt, you don't have to do anything, but just if you can't help them, just don't hurt people. Don't maliciously create a negative energy for people to feel like they have to go into a shell or hide who they are. Okay. It is also Men's Mental Health Month in the month of June. I'm going to clap it up. Okay. So we want to say I support therapy. I am card carrying weekly therapist appointment. Therapy is a beautiful thing. Now, we told you all we're going to have the author of I Pray, But I Need a Prescription, which is a book written by Shanta. Um, she's going to come on the show once the book is released and just talk about some things that came up in her research that she was connected to regarding men's mental health. It is very important for you all to understand that you can't be a beacon of light in the community if you yourself are dim. That's a word. Let me Mikey ain't here, so I could, all I'm saying is take care of yourself. Make sure you're the best version of you so that you can be the best version of yourself to someone else. Okay. And then last but not least, I'm sure there's a million other things that we could be celebrating this month. But another one is Black Music Month. Okay. Now we all know some other cultures may or may not have our rhythm and our, swag when it comes to music. I feel like a lot of genres have tasted from the cup of Black music. So, if you want to follow along with the Black Music Month Challenge, excuse me, on Instagram, you can follow at Music Sermon, Music, Music, Sermon, Sermon. And he has daily challenges where it is a category and you find a song that you feel fits that category and you use hashtag to share and contribute to Black Music Month. And it's totally up to you what songs. It's no right or wrong answer. You'll find that a lot of people have similar tastes. You'll find that you're going to be exposed to some new things. So um, while you do that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and we'll come right back. Woo! Woo woo!
It's that EDC, man. You feel me? This is what we do every day. You know how we live. You know how we talk.
These are everyday conversations.
We back. I'm here. Did you miss me? Do you need me?
Y'all, and we are back. And why? Somebody decided to come to work.
Here we go hating.
I'm just kidding.
Y'all know the haters. You gotta say something. I gotta get it.
I'm just saying, here we go with the foolishness. Okay, so we jumping back in. We are in week 2 of our series, The Makings of a Real Man. So you wasn't with us on last week. So we'll get your 2 cents. And when I say 2 cents, I literally mean 2 cents. 1 and the 2.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get your 2 cents on what you feel builds and make a real man.
Let me get go off you first. What did you say?
Oh, you wanted my opinion?
Yeah,
well, what I said
yeah.
was, first of all, I felt like honesty, transparent, self-aware. I felt like has his stuff together to the point where he's not perfect, but he can still positively contribute to whatever realm he's in, dating, business. You know,
and what you said the question was again?
I hate him. I just, it's never a moment of. The question was, what characteristics or qualities make a good man?
Me.
Okay, now going to week 2. I'm not for the foolishness today.
Hey, you said 2 cents, right? Whatever.
2 cents. Before you do that, I want to shout out another Black man with a great business who is watching. Hey, L Boogie, I love you.
L Boogie.
Don't do that. The owner of America's Kitchen Catering. When I tell you the food looks like it jumps off the page and it's so flavorful, I'd be ready to kiss the phone and lick it. Like, it just looks so good. And the man has a range of from Taco Tuesdays to Cajun pastas to loaded potatoes. He caters. So you have to follow him. Follow him. If you are watching Still Elliott, tag your page, social media, so that I can present it. So people that want to get in touch with your food can go ahead and do that. So shout out another Black man.
Do anything jerk?
Yes, he has a jerk chicken pasta, jerk tacos. I mean, you have to follow him because when he posts the menu for the week, and then you can place your orders, and then he delivers to you or you pick it up. But everything I've seen is amazing. I've only tasted the loaded potatoes, so yes, because we know you are a food connoisseur, just a food.
Jerk, man. I'm thinking about some jerk right now.
All right, well you do that. So this is week 2 of our summer series. The month of June is dedicated on this show to men. We do not bash on this show.
Father's Day, baby.
It's next week. It's also men's mental health history, awareness month. So make sure you're checking out how dumb you still are. Let the doctor tell you.
And then you just come from church.
I did, but
you didn't have no spirit in you today, no Holy Spirit in there.
Wow. Anyway, so week 2, we got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
The first question is, how or do you think the Black man has contributed to his own presence being erased in the community? In what ways do you think you and you all as a whole collectively have contributed to your presence or images not being so positive in our community? We know what women think y'all do. We talked a lot about that. He ain't got no job. He ain't this. We get it. We get all of that. But we want to know, we want to see how aware you all are of what you contribute. Because I wrote a couple of things down just by, listening to other.
Yeah, let's hear your version again. Let's go. What did you say?
So the first thing I said was, as a woman, a single woman who is somewhat dating, we'll call it that,
Be
you know,
careful.
right? So
Tread
somewhat
lightly.
dating. I find I come across men with a whole lot of kids all across. I mean, I'm just
Oh
saying
God.
that was one thing. So the good Godfather Kevin Samuel said a high value man has dick responsibility. Pause for the cause.
You say
So
deep response?
dick, DICK,
Oh, okay. That's what I thought you
responsibility.
said.
You know that's what I
Yeah.
said. So sorry if your
He
holy ears couldn't stand hearing the word.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been like evaluating myself lately, and
Really? Are you sick?
I'm like, damn man, you did a lot of running out. You did a lot of running out, and when you grew up too late. Like I'm growing up now, it's too late. Like
It's never too late. You
I
still
know
got
it
breath
ain't
in
too
your
late, but
body.
I'm let half my life down and go by without um being more
Productive.
yeah.
So that's another point that I had. I feel like I run across men who are my age or even older who don't have the basic fundamentals of contributing positive to themselves or, you know, me if I was to date them. I look at it like you should at least have the basics. I'll give you an example. If I'm dating and let's say we even in a relationship and let's even say we're living together at this point and there's something that come up simple as a leak in the kitchen sink and you don't even own tools, you don't have anything to assist. Everything that comes up in the household where
So
it
you
needs to
mad
be
he not a
fixed,
plumber?
we have to outsource. No, I'm not hating that he's not a plumber, but I'm saying, when do men take the time or the concern to see that there are certain things like the guy on TikTok that had called for AAA and the AAA attendant was a female changing his tire? I'm serious. He didn't even know how to change a tire.
Bro,
Now
that's
we
ridiculous.
give women a pass for not knowing, right? Because it's like, oh, you don't want to get your hands dirty, whatever. But it is some women
Some
who do
stuff
know.
just gotta be common sense.
No, some stuff gotta be. It's like, look, you are a grown man
Right, that's what I'm
that
saying.
drive
That's
a
common
car.
sense.
Why you
How
don't?
you don't know how to change a tire?
Well, he was really shamed when that girl, because somebody
He should have
recorded it.
been.
He was. He issued a whole
They
public
should have
apology.
rolled that dude for
They
about a
did.
week or two.
Oh, they definitely did on TikTok.
Yeah, you ridiculous.
So that goes to my point of that was one of the things that I said. But again, I'm a woman saying this. I kind of want to hear from the fellas. Hey Patrick, I want to hear from the guys. How do you, like you said, you feel like you got a late start? So what's some things that contributed to holding you back? Was it your mentality? Was it your money? Like where were you
all
at?
that. Man, too far in the streets.
Okay, so the streets got a hold of you.
I got deep in the streets, and my certain mind thinking was just stupid.
Okay. And that's being honest, because that's a lot of it. Somebody said, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday. I was out and one of my friends said that, well, we were congratulating her son for graduating high school. And we were basically speaking to the fact that, yes, it is a great accomplishment for the student, but it's also accomplishment for the parents, the young parents. Like now, we're the parents that's cheering on our kids, right? Mm-hmm. So it was a big thing for her son. You know, she kept him off the streets, kept him out of jail. And one of the points that she made was that even when they get a job, sometimes they are enticed and excited by what the street has to offer. Quick money, all of those things. So it can tease you to the point where you feel like, oh man, I don't need to do the legal thing. Let me go back in. So those kind of mentalities, like you said, I'm not gonna tell your age of 76, but I'm just saying, you're older.
Like I made bad choices. I mean, everything, like they say, life is about choice. The choices you make.
Yeah.
I should have never started smoking weed when I was young, because I messed up a good job. I could have been retired by now, probably at the post office with my mama.
Well, the difference now is that weed is legal. Yeah. But even some jobs still, if you're taking drugs, but those things. So when you're going throughout now and you're looking at it's time to make decisions, right? What's the biggest thing now that you can see has changed in your mentality? Like, do you feel like what steps do you take when it comes down to making a decision now versus when you did back in the day?
I mean,
hey, Elena.
what type of decisions you talking
Elena
about?
just saved me from the cicada palooza.
Oh, I was just gonna say that upstairs. They having a cicada game meeting
Outside,
downstairs
yeah.
before you come up
in
there.
front of the studio.
I'm like, dang, I don't want to step on y'all, but
Move out
y'all
the way.
are in my way.
Okay.
But yeah.
We
But
sorry, y'all, but the cicadas.
what it depends on the
The
situation.
decision.
Yeah,
Well, okay, let's put it to dating. Because that's one of our trending topics here on the show.
Oh, and that's another thing I was thinking about. Like, man, a lot of women I was with, I don't know if it was me, they just want to always challenge me,
It could have
debate
been
with me.
because you are excited. You're easily excitable. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
Like you are easily goaded into an argument. I can say the sky is blue, and you are going to be like, "Girl, that's a shade of green." So you are. I don't know. Like sometimes a person that spends a lot of time with you learn, your pressure points, and if you're easily pressured, I'm not saying you are a little combative.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's the woman then trying to
It's
mess
both.
with me. It's the
It's
woman
both.
just messing with me.
It's both because
Hey.
I feel like personally I am not a challenger to a man.
Right? Why you want to challenge your man? On
I do have a point of view that I will get across.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong
But
with
I'm
that.
not gonna argue
not every
with you.
time. We want to argue every day about something.
So do you feel like, okay, this a little bit off topic, but not really. Do you feel like if you come home and there's always an issue when you walking through the door, how does that play on your mentality of coming home?
That drive me crazy. I mean, you don't want to come home.
And that's why a lot of men deviate.
Men stop at the bar and
absolutely.
do all
Hey,
of
mama.
stuff.
Being responsible makes you change
First of all, I'm not
change
even
up your
even
ways.
go through that.
That's what's up.
I'm outie 5G.
So we got a comment that says being responsible makes you change up your ways. So the bigger question is, how do you get to being responsible? Does it have to be you to now wrote a check your butt can't cash and you in a little bit of trouble, so now you see the error of your ways? Or is it now your surroundings are showing you a little bit something different and you forced to kind of conform to that?
That and kids.
Oh, your kids. Well,
definitely make you get on the path quick.
That's true. Because you want to be able to be around for your children.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
You want to be some type of role model to them,
And I would say this, if you can help it, stay out of jail. If you can help it, stay out of jail. Jail
that
is
was
no
my number one
place.
thing. I mean, I pride myself on, even though I was in the streets hard and doing crazy, I never went to jail. Try to be that person that go to jail and be away from my shorties.
Yeah. So Kevin Samuels also had a episode of his series, and I know God always has a plan for our lives, and his purpose here on earth was still fulfilled. That's why he's no longer here. But I wish he was still here, or I wish it was someone who could pick up the baton, and make it and bridge the gap between men and women issues, because he had even though it left a bad taste in most women's mouth, the way he delivered the information was on point. I learned a lot in how to deal with men watching Kevin Samuels. That's another
the way I deliver it, but what I'm delivering is the truth.
Yeah. So he had another point where he said, now again, if you are unfamiliar with the hyperbole lifestyle, it's basically a better way of saying gold digger. It's basically geared towards high value men making the choice of who to be with, and they want the best of the best. So to break it down for you, this right? If you could be beautiful and you can have everything going for you, you can be submissive, you can be everything, but you 300-400 pounds. This man has the right to say, I want someone that's physically fit. You can't get upset with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a preference, but it's basically a way of life for him. He wants to have what he feels is the best of the best. Now, again, it's nothing against the plus size women. We all know whatever size you are, you could be an amazing contribution to the world. Yes. But as a man who basically can have any woman he wants on paper that he checks all the boxes. Money, don't have a bunch of kids everywhere, can travel, wear verse. Other men want to congratulate him and be around him. Those are things that make him a high value man. So to Kevin Samuel's point, what does the flip side of a high value man look like? That's what we found a lot of fallout with the black men in the community nowadays. So I want to pose the question to the men, and I want to say it like this. If you could wave the magic wand, and in a perfect world, have everything you wanted at your fingertips, what's the one thing that's important in rebuilding the positive image of black men? What could you wave the wand to change? Think about yourself, your daily life. What's your biggest struggle in life right now? I mean, you don't have to be as personal as specific, but what's something that you and men like you, men in your circle, find out that you face the most right now?
That's a good question.
I mean, if I got to be a man and a woman today, y'all know I will. He said that's a good question.
I mean, because like you said, I don't want to get personal in my life.
Right, you don't have to get personal. But I'm saying, for me, I look at it like this. If you are coming to, let's just use the whole street mentality, right? If you stay on the street mentality and all you can do is hustle, and not even say hustle, because hustle now has elevated to a whole other meaning. Let's just say, what could you call that? Street. We're just gonna call it in the streets. Y'all know what we saying. We say in the streets, like drug dealing, all of that, gang, whatever. So if that's the only mentality you got, and now $1 million deal is presented to you, how would you ever know what to do? How would you ever know what criteria to use to determine is this a good deal or not? Can you transfer those street skills that you acquired into the boardroom?
Of course.
So that's something that's important to know.
That's a good question, because a lot of the drug dealers back in the day, them dudes was real smart.
Yeah.
And they could have ran
$1
million companies.
I agree.
It just was the wrong product.
Yeah. That's the wrong product, right?
It's the wrong product. For real. Them dudes had, you think about a lot of them guys, because a lot of them still street stars to this day, you know what I'm saying?
The OG status now.
Yeah, they could have been real board men, you know what I'm saying?
They still can.
Yeah.
If they wanted to. But I think a lot of black men get to the point where they look for the simple things in life now. They don't necessarily I feel like they resist a lot of the challenges, you know.
I think every black man dream, whatever it is, to, you know,
come home to a good woman,
make it in life, have a nice lady that's by your side, and have your kids, and after you see your kids grow up, now it's their turn to bring the grandbabies on. So only thing you get when you get older, you just want to be there with your grandbabies.
But then even in that, now you have another, because a lot of men that I know now didn't really have good relationships with their children's mom, so they weren't really able to be, you know, positively enforce things in their children's lives. Right. So now that they do have another generation coming up behind them, there's like sometimes it's a second chance. So I feel like we often give men the room to make mistakes, but also to come back, you know, and have their saving grace too. But I personally feel like men ask for a lot of grace and concessions that they themselves are not willing to give.
I ain't gonna lie. Some men is really crazy.
What you mean? What you mean by that?
I don't know how some women deal with men. Well, because when a man is stuck in his way, he's stuck.
That's what I literally just I said that. That's what I'm saying. I think men expect a lot of grace, a lot of room to make errors.
Different men that just want to be bums, that don't want to do nothing.
And be on grandma's couch.
They want to lay up on a girl, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Thinking the girl gonna just, then you got some that just think the girl want everything from him. She a gold digger. Dude, first of all, you gotta get your priorities right. How you even supposed to be treating your woman,
But
and what you supposed to be doing.
Isn't the norm, or is the norm? Like I said, I've been single for a long time, so y'all know I don't play relationship stuff. But is the norm the men write the rules for the relationship, or at least influence the nature of the relationship? So
yeah, but y'all so hard up, y'all don't want to follow and listen.
Well,
to what
let's not say that, because I look at it like this: if a woman cannot be soft around you, that means she don't see in you the qualities of what she feel a real man is, which is what we're trying to uncover in this series. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all have to start. He said no. We have one couple that say no. Men don't. Are you saying men? The comment that the viewer said is no. I want you to give your point why you saying no, but are you saying that men do not contribute to the direction of what the relationship should be or is? I know you're not saying that.
That could be 50-50.
Because the man is the one that dictates what the relationship, if you're in a relationship, it's clearly not the woman. It's not the woman. She's going to go with what you say. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's test the theory out. So, you kicking, you talking to somebody, right? Y'all know I hate the word talking phase, but we're going to play y'all game today on the show. You know, talking, whatever that means. So you talking to somebody. It's been, I'm going to say, because I know you like 3 dates and you better have a definition of what this is. So I'm going to give you double that. 6 months. We at the 6-month period now. And you are cool with how things have been going up into the 6 months. But she comes to you and she's starting to say, okay, here goes some bills you need to pay. We don't live together, but this what I expect of you now. What's the first thing you're gonna say to her? We ain't in no relationship. Ain't that what you're gonna say?
I don't even know. I'm kind of flabbergasted.
So you don't. So when women come to you with that conversation, so what are we? If she got to come to you with that, which women, please stop doing that. That's not your place. Stop asking a man, what are we? Because if he has not declared what you are in his life, date him all, sis. Okay, back to you. So, if he haven't cuffed you and taken you off the market and said, this is what we doing.
Show what you
date them all, sis. Date them all. So what I'm saying to you is, now she come to you and she says 6 months now. And you, like I said, keep in mind, you cool with how things been going. You can holler at her when you want to holler at her. She feeds you when she want to feed you. You know, she a good woman, all of that, right? You can get along with her. But you haven't said to her, let's be exclusive. So now she got to come to you because she feeling some kind of way 6 months in. What are we doing?
What you want to do?
You gonna put it back on her. Yeah. So she gonna say, I want to be engaged with by the time we've been a year.
Well, you ain't been acting like a wife.
See what I'm saying? It's always gonna be the resistance. So if she's telling me what she wants,
if she tell me what she wants, if I feel she should be able to get it, then I'm gonna get it to her.
Okay, the viewer says, I think it's more equal than you give it credit for. Then I give it credit for? I don't think it's equal. Women and again, these are not my thoughts. These are a collective thoughts of a bunch of men who have been, what's the word? Researched, asked their opinion. Okay. The consensus is women dictate if you can have sex with them. Right. They dictate if you can even be in their presence, their company, those kind of things. Men dictate if we are in a relationship and marriage, because it's the man who looks at the woman and says, you are mine and I'm going to put you in this place in my life. A woman can't put herself in a place in your life. She can, in her mind, she can act accordingly, but until you do so, it's just, what Pastor say today? You playing a fool. And everybody plays a fool sometimes. Sometimes everybody play a fool. But I'm going to tell you, like, what the man say? I pity the fool. I pity the fool. If that's your MO to keep going without a title, without a commitment, without a solidified place in that man's life, that's a problem. You have to allow that man to say to you, yes, I hear your wants. I see your needs, and I agree, and we will do this. And he comes and he stand on business. He proposes to you within the year time frame. But if he don't, and now it's a year and 6 months, are you gonna stay and keep waiting, or you gonna leave?
Right, that's on the woman.
That's on the woman at that point, because the man did what you asked him to do. He showed up and he said, okay, yeah, I agree. So how you gonna hold him accountable? But man, y'all don't get off that easy either. You don't get off that easy. Like, if you see that that's not what you want, it's okay to move around. Because another woman is gonna let you play with her like you want to play. You know what I'm saying? Because some men, y'all just need a sex worker. Y'all just need somebody that's gonna show up and bust y'all down how you want to, when you want to, and let it ride. But there's some real women out here that's hanging on to your every word.
We need more of those.
You need more of which ones? That was two different type of women.
That hang on to your words.
But your words got to be backed up with actions. It can't just be words.
Like I said, we need more of them.
Don't raise your voice at me.
Once we get more of them, then
you'll start acting right. So back to the question at hand. Back to this question that we asked y'all.
We gotta go out the country now to find women.
Don't say that. Don't do that, because it's some prominent, beautiful black women right
Puerto
here.
Rico and
back to the lecture at hand. Back to the question at hand. How do you feel right? Do you feel like y'all contribute or play a bigger part into y'all own being the negative image that y'all got when it comes to dating, communication, being leaders in relationships, like being worth the salt, like just like y'all play with some women play with y'all too.
Yeah.
She gonna hang on and take your money until the real one come along. You know what I'm saying? But I used my friend last week as an example. I'm gonna use him again this week. He know who he is if he ever tune in. He was dealing with a girl for right at about 5 years, and she started off doing what they agreed to do. You know, cool. And then she fell off. She had her own what she thought was valid reasons, right? I'm not gonna do it like that. She had her own reasons that she could justify. Let me say it that way. She could justify the reasons for why she fell off. So he got to the point where he was done. He's like, I'm not going to beg you to do what I need you to do, what you agreed to do, what you signed up to do. So he moved around and found a great upgrade. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Congratulations, big guy.
A woman who he ain't got to ask. Before he can think he wants something, she
got it right. Oh, my God.
Yes. Got him to the point where he thinking about marriage. Okay.
See, that's why that's why I like make a woman make you think. Like, man.
To all you women who let y'all guards down, who don't stand on business, who let your standards.
And then a good woman, I'm telling you, make a man want to do something for her. I mean, make it think he want to think outside the box. Man, what can I do?
Yes and no. I need you to be a little bit more specific when you're answering, because I need to be able to.
Is that the same person?
It's a viewer. I need to be able to combat what you're saying. So you telling me yes or no to what? Expound on it so I can shut it down, because you already know I ain't standing. What is being there when we need me? Anyway, another thing I also want to say is I want to bring up the point to this. If you allow someone to tell you who you are, and that's what you following by, then you really don't have a place to say nothing. Like, if you letting a person tell you this is your limit, you've reached your limitations. You can't go no higher than this in business, in relationships, either one. If you let a woman tell you,
then you so goofy, mom.
That's why I said. But we found a lot of that where people take a back seat to because they're cool.
Down talk them like that.
Yes, because they either are afraid to step up, don't want to step up, don't know how to step up, or they just content with what they got, the scraps that she giving them. Ooh, that just crunched somebody's toes. Yeah. Hey, we got DJ Tavy. I don't know why I said Tavy, but we got DJ Tavy on watching us. Hey, let us know where you're gonna be at this week so we can support you. So yeah, I want to know how men feel about that. I want to know how you feel about the just coasting through. Like when do you look at the situation?
I'm out as soon as you get to talking crazy.
So that means you jumping from relationship to relationship without actually doing the work. If you just, as soon as something get rough, you out, or something not to your liking, you leave.
If she doubting me, that ain't nothing to even work on.
But doubting you, isn't there room to correct doubt?
Man,
you don't want to put the
effort. Am I downing you? Am I telling you what you doing? All this dirty stuff you doing?
Just say it like this: I'm not capable of stepping up to your standards, so I will leave so that you can find what it is you feel you want to be
hell with
with.
You and your standards.
See,
I'm out of here, and you can go find whoever you want to kiss your butt and do the things you want.
So why do you look at it as a challenge? Why do you look at it as
a maybe
battle?
What she's saying is a challenge or a battle. I believe I'm doing it, and she believe I ain't.
But a challenge should do one or two things. A challenge should either show you there's room for you to grow and improve, or it's going to show the other person that they...
Well, she got to learn how to talk to somebody to say that, too. You just can't... Like you said,
I hear nothing but excuses, but go ahead. I'm not going to...
No, like you said, you just said it. You have to explain it to the man like that and not just...
Oh, now we got to coddle you.
And not just down him.
Now we have to coddle you.
Oh, and so it's cool if I say, you just don't want to do nothing. You just sit there.
First of all, a man could never say that.
So now a man can never say that.
Because I'm never the woman who would not be doing anything. Even when I didn't have...
So how's the man... Why is he even talking to this person?
Okay, let me do it.
He's not what she said he is.
Let me give you this example. This came up earlier today. We were talking about this same question, and we're talking. And one of the... I'm not going to use the word excuses because I don't want to trigger nobody, but I will say one of the things that came up was men don't necessarily have the capacity to go outside of their circle to be uplifting and be prominent in the community. They only have the capacity for immediate family and maybe their close circle of friends.
What do you mean go outside the circle? Who are
outside of the immediate family and close circle of friends. Like, let's just say your guys, like Zoe would be for you. Outside of that, like the community coming together to do stuff. The example was they don't have the capacity to do that. Or if they did it, they don't think they would be successful. Why would I be telling
somebody my business that ain't in my circle?
No, we're not talking about telling your business. We're talking about being in the community, having a positive presence.
LGBT,
not the...
What are we talking about? The community,
the Black community.
What being
in the okay, the community of the people is not just you in your relationship. It's the whole, the community as a whole. Most people, the Black community, meaning men who have left children with single women who don't have father figures. They need...
Or women who took their children away from their father.
Why? Why does it always have to go back?
Because why is it the man?
How can someone take... we don't want to go back.
Well, how come I can't talk to my son right now?
I don't know.
I'm calling his mama every day and whatever. So, like I said, women take their kids away from their fathers.
So, can I... We've been down this road before.
I did. No,
and
stop.
I want to ask the question: is that a real thing a woman take away, or do men just not use available options to them?
No, I don't believe that. I think women just take away because they bitter. Because
that might be true.
A man ain't doing what they want them to do, so I'm going to give him some discipline. I'm going to teach him a lesson.
That might be true on her part.
But that's wrong.
Answer the question.
Only way y'all can do that because y'all think y'all got an upper hand on us with our kids.
God. So let me add. That's the whole. Listen. I want you to listen now. The question is, yes, a woman can be bitter and up and move and do whatever else she want to do, right? Does that mean the man has no options? Or do you just be like, oh, she gone?
Yeah.
Okay. So how is it she took them? Or is it that we're in a custody battle now? Because you have something on your side too. You have the law on your side too.
Yeah, but
that's your child. Yeah. You can get assistance to fight the woman from doing whatever she want to do. But we found a lot of times men are okay with just busting them seats. Y'all want to shoot the club up. And then when the kids come out, y'all want to go on about y'all business to the next club. What's up?
I don't know them guys like that. So
that's what I'm saying. You don't know, but they're out there. I run across guys all the time, like I say.
But what about the guys that's there? and doing
We
something.
applaud them. We applaud them, and we need
Okay,
them
man.
to reach back now. Because that's another thing too. We as a people have to get out of that crab in a barrel mentality. And yes, I said it on air. Sue me, okay? I'm gonna say this. If we look more at helping each other, stop gatekeeping, stop, hoarding resources and not doing that, we can be better off. We can be more progressed versus regress. We can be more for each other
I think
instead
it's
of
a
against
disease
each
that
other.
black people got. It's called
It's called if I can't have it, you can't either.
called envy.
It's called envy, yes.
Jealousy.
But if you know all
I
of
don't
those
want to
things,
see you do better than me.
so if you know all of those things, why aren't your choices in what to do when it comes with dating or even just hooking up better? We can't have raw as law.
My stuff is better. I don't.
We can't have raw as law.
When you with your woman, raw is law.
If that's your woman, raw,
right,
okay.
raw is law.
But if you just out here,
Nah, you
getting it,
can't. You try to play Russian roulette?
all I'm saying is this: there has to be some self accountability. You have to correct yourself.
You can't shoot up every club.
I feel like this: until you marry, you shouldn't be shooting up nobody club.
That's true too. That's true.
Because
that's why I wish I had a.
And stop, and ladies, let me tell y'all. Let me holler at y'all too. I know this about the men this month, but y'all know I love y'all. I know y'all think I be against y'all.
Get on.
But let me tell y'all something too. Stop assuming you can't have kids just because you done had 12 abortions, or you 42, or you just ain't got pregnant.
Well,
yet.
you should want to, because something might come out wrong with that kid.
If that's what you telling a man, that you can't have kids, and he's not using
he's shooting the club
protection because you telling
him, you pregnant.
There you go. So all I'm gonna say is, ladies, be smart. Be smarter. Okay? It's okay to say wrap it up.
Well, she believes she know her body. I mean, you can't get mad at her because
she's not a doctor. Unless you are a doctor, you can play like that. I'm gonna say to everybody, go to the doctor. You should go to the doctor a minimum of one time a year.
He goes to the doctor.
At least one time a year.
Every year.
I said a minimum. At least go once. Because at that point,
I need to go this week too.
At least if you go there one time, you can get your blood drawn and you can know everything. The blood is like a computer. It tell the doctor everything. It say, ooh, this, and this, and this, and that. Ooh, STD, this. Something is not right. You know when it's not right. So if you don't even know what you got going on and you just out here raw is loud.
Raw is law, baby.
And then you telling him, oh, I can't get pregnant. So yeah, you could go with me raw. And now.
And she just hears somebody
now we
else
at your baby shower.
Going her raw 3 days ago.
Yeah. And then men, another thing too. Y'all love to tell a woman what she looking like down there and smelling like down there. But it's really y'all fault that the pH be a little off sometimes. I'm just saying that's a scientific
Let me hear this,
medical proof.
Tell us this stupid stuff.
I'm not gonna say that. Research it. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's not our fault you smell like catfish. I'm gonna tell you
that. He said it's not your
fault. Don't put that on us.
You're right. So I look at it like this, ladies.
Do not put that on
ladies. Now, if your sit down air,
I sit down air,
slap you in the face. Okay. Get it together.
Tell what you gotta do to find out.
Go to the doctor.
No, I'm just. Is it y'all?
Oh, discharges. Whatever. I say I hate that you always take. At the end of the day got in. But no, at the end of the day, you have to care about yourself because it takes two to tango.
You have to eat more pineapples and watermelons and strawberries.
Your plate should look a little colorful. It shouldn't just be mild sauce on 6 wings, fried hard with lemon pepper. You need some vegetables, okay? You need some vegetables that can help flush your system. Vegetables and fruit is nature's vegetables.
No pinto beans, no.
Vegetables are nature's medicine, and fruit is nature's candy. And so, at the end of the day, those get more of those things so that your body can thank you later. Okay. If your poop is looking kind of crazy and you can smell it from the kitchen and on the second floor and you in the bathroom on the first floor, that's a problem.
This girl was in the comment the other day. They was so nasty talking about.
I don't want to hear that.
She like, I didn't know it wasn't normal. I don't poop every day.
What?
I'm like, I only poop like
you should poop at least once a day.
3 times a week.
And I really think it's twice. And another thing too, stop moving in with people just because you need somewhere to stay. Man, I'm talking to y'all. Because when I said in the beginning of the show, there's certain things that basic, you should be able to provide a roof over your head before you try to provide a roof over somebody else's. At the end of the day, and you know who I'm talking to, at the end of the day, when the conversation gets to the point of saying we should move in, you should be able to sustain your own household before you're in a position to try to contribute to somebody else's. 50 cents of your own is way better than $1 of somebody else's. You heard me? So I'm talking to y'all. Stop just moving in because, you need a place to stay or you don't want to try no more or whatever. You can get your own stuff. It may not be a luxury condo. It may not be a penthouse downtown and look the lofts overlooking the water, but start small. And then when you can sustain your own and you meet somebody that you can join with, then you upgrade. But live within your means. Be positive. Look for more than just right now. Stop having tunnel vision. That's the problem I have with a lot of black men. And I say black men, let me clarify this too. I say black men because that's what I'm around. It's not that I'm not in circles with other races or I don't care about other races. What I'm saying is my brothers is what I am connected to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As a black woman, I'm going to want to uplift my people. Not only my people, but I want to uplift them. So when I say our communities, I want you all to be in the best place. So use mental health awareness month to just talk to somebody. There's free seminars now. If you really want to do better, you can. Stop limiting yourself and then putting yourself in positions for other people to take the power from you. It's as simple as that. You seek after and you spend time for what you feel is important to you. You make time for what you want. And the stuff you don't make time for, you make excuses for. Oh, I can't do that because I work 12 hours a day. Well, it's 24 hours in a day. I got you. So you only working, So we're gonna keep talking at this series. We will not be on air next week because of Father's Day. So we want to send our Happy Father's Day sentiments out to
women. Y'all step it up this year for the fathers, please.
Wow.
Stop leaving us hanging.
Stop leaving them hanging. Y'all heard that one.
You know what I'm saying?
We will be back next week with the third
Encourage
week of
your babies
series.
to do something for the daddy, make them feel good.
And we got a good host for y'all next week too. So thank y'all for tuning in and we'll see y'all later.
Peace out.
These are everyday conversations. Burn one and it's an obligation.